Hi all, this is my new, to me, Traxxas Rustler VXL. It's just a bone stock VXL, well, aside from one single RPM arm, the rest are not. But it is brushless, in great condition, may I say, other than just a little bit of dirt on it, but could use some shock oil, and it's missing the, oh no, it's there, it just needs to be pushed in. That's good. Could use some shock oil. Anyways, I just picked this up today from a local hobby shop for $150 used. It's not too bad, especially for a VXL, and it came with transmitter and receiver already, so that's good. I decided while I was there I was going to get a couple parts for it, so I went ahead and got the RPM front bumper to kind of help protect the front A-arms, and I got a couple of the stock plastic spur gears just so I can try out a couple gear ratios, see what I like. But on top of that, what I'm excited for, I got a set of these Proline washers. I think these are going to compare great compared to these stock tires on both front and rear. Because I have had two Rustlers before. I had one, a VXL, that looked exactly like this. That was my first Rustler. I sold that after blowing it up at like 70, 80 miles an hour, blew into pieces. Ended up moving on, and I got another Rustler that I used to race, and that was fun, but I ended up selling that as a race truck, and been wanting another two-wheel drive recently to mix it up from the Summit and Revo. So I decided to get this one. It being very similar to my first one spoke to me. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and spoil it right off the bat. So let's get started and install a couple of these parts. I went ahead and took another look around, and I ended up finding a pair of both left and right RPM rear arms for the for this Rustler. So I guess I'll put those on. They're brand new. I also happen to find this is one of the two that I found, a brand new Metal Gear servo I can throw in it. Was this a 20 kilogram? Yeah. This will be fun. Go ahead and start with the front bumper. I'm almost done removing the stock front bumper. I've already removed the two front wheels. Off with the old and on with the new. Let's see if I can line this up one-handed. Looks good. Well, that's done. Now I guess we'll move on to installing the one RPM rear arm that it does need. There. So to remove this arm, we'll need to pull this wheel off, pull this the bottom of the shock off, and then pull this pin out. I believe that's, yep, that is also going to be an Allen key. I'll get to that. So the RPM arm is on. I have not put the shock back on yet, because at this point I'm going to take these shocks off and put a little bit thicker shock oil in them. So I'll go ahead and get on that. Got the rear shocks off. They're not bad at all, actually. I just like them to be just a little bit stiffer for the terrain than I usually run on. So I'll go ahead and get to pulling off the front shocks. We've moved to my kitchen now. We're going to be putting some new 50 weight shock oil in these factory shocks. The shock oil that's in it right now is 30 weight, so this will make it a little bit stiffer on the dampening. Back over with the Rustler now, and the shocks have 50 weight in them now. I found some red springs, which are a little bit stiffer than the stock white springs. I can't tell if this is focusing. I also did happen to find a slipper clutch eliminator. This will be fun, and it'll also tear up a couple of these spur gears. This will be fun. Alright, time to put these shocks back on the truck now. Now that all the shocks are mounted up, I've started to pull apart the steering assembly cover that houses the servo so that we can put the new Metal Gear waterproof servo in it. The new 20 kilograms Metal Gear servo is in, and I'm going to button it down really quick and we can move over to putting this, slipper clutch eliminator on. Okay, I went ahead and installed the slipper clutch eliminator on the new 83 tooth spur gear, and I'll go ahead and install the Proline masher wheels now. These are what, Desperados, right? Yeah, Desperados. Cool.